Welcome, you absolute legends. I am Former Friends. I am Pete. I am back. And yes, we're in spring. And if you're having spring, you have warmer days. And this is more your top 10 daytime fragrances that I think if you wear this during the day and you're going out on a date, and if you're lucky enough to do that, unless you're not working, then these fragrances are for you. However, as of right now, as I'm speaking, the UK has decided to go into a blizzard of snow. I can't wrap my head around it because last week we were 20 degrees heat and now we're snow. If anyone has any logical reasoning why the hell this is happening, let me know in the comments, please. So I've got 10 fragrances. So if you're going on dates right now in spring, I've covered you for cooler days. I've covered you for warmer days. I've got some cheapies. I've got some designers. I've got some niche. I've got a bit everything for you. I've got 3 honourable mentions as always. So as always, we're going to crack straight on into it. The first one, and the only reason it's an honourable mention is sometimes this is a bit tricky to find. It's Credible by Louis Cardin. Now, this one, it's supremely fresh. Now, this is either a clone or it's a very inspired by Creed's Silver Mountain Water. Now, the bottle and the cap will give you the impression of that. However, this is an eau de parfum concentration and it performs better than Creed's. So this costs under 30 quid. And if you can find it, I'll tell you what, the average person would not know this is not Silver Mountain Water to the Creed version. Now, if you've got a guy who knows a bit more about fragrances, then they might know. But generally speaking, if you want a spring banger that's going to perform pretty well, Credible by Louis Cardin is definitely worth hunting down and finding, and you'll have a banger of a fragrance. My second honourable mention, it's been discontinued, however, you can still find it. It's Dunhill Icon, absolute, and this is where it's a tobacco. Oh, it's slightly spicy, a very sexy fragrance. This is a heavy bottle. I love the bottles from the Icon line. They're amazing. This one can still be found for about 45 quid on discounters. Now, sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not. So this one is definitely worth finding. And the Elite one is a really nice one. I haven't got racing and I haven't got the racing red or blue, but this one, if you want to smell like it's a cooler day and it's getting cold, put this bad boy on. I guarantee you your date will love you to bits. So that's my second honourable mention. Third honourable mention, and the reason I put this in an honourable mention is because it's expensive, and that's pretty much it. So it's MFK Baccarat Rouge 540. Now this is the extract de parfum. This is not cheap, guys. But oh my god, it's sweet, it's sexy, it's seductive. If you want to get this, by all means. But I will tell you, there are other options out there, but I think this one's a great fragrance. Like I say, it is pricey, and that's the only reason I put it as an honourable mention. But Baccarat Rouge 540, silky, sexy, smooth fragrance, definitely worth trying out. So there's my 3 honourable mentions. Alright, we're going to kick into the top 10, and quite frankly, we're going to start with a cheapy gem. And I promise you now, what you pay for this fragrance is ridiculous. It's from the house of Burberry. It's Weekend, and I tell you now, I've recently got this and I'm been supremely impressed with this. It lasts about 4 or 5 hours, but oh my god, it smells classy, it smells amazing, it's fresh, it's a little bit citrus. Beautiful fragrance, definitely worth finding. There is older versions of this, but you don't have to do that. The newer versions are fine. There's not a problem there. You can pick these up at pretty much every discount. They're about 25 quid or less for a 100ml bottle. That is a steal for this fragrance. It's absolutely stunning. If you're going on a date and they smell this on you, it's game over, quite frankly. If this doesn't get them going, quite frankly, I'll quit. You can send me my P45 in the comments and I'll retire. Simple as that. I think Burberry Weekend, massively underrated, and certainly should be appreciated a bit more. Right, we're going in for number 9, and number 9 is another cheapie. I'm treating it at the moment, and it's a very uplifting, very nice fragrance. Again, it's slightly warmer days. It's Lola Lempicka Green Lover, and this is gorgeous. The mint and the vanilla, sorry, in this. Oh, it's just heaven. Honest to God, this will perform well enough for you. It's going to give you 6+ hours. And if you're having a date for 6+ hours, you've done something right in life. This one will definitely get the job done. Again, 30 quid or less for a 100ml bottle. That is a steal for this. And especially in the springtime, daytime, fantastic value for money. So it's Lolita Green Lovers. Now we're going to go for probably the most expensive one. Now, I do not urge you to spend the money unless you have it. Do not do this because you don't need to. I put this in because I just love the fragrance. And I'll show you by the bottle. It's Creed, Spice and Woods. And oh my God. It's just woody. It's aromatic. It's a fantastic... If you can see, I've absolutely hammered the hell out of this bottle. But I need to get a backup, to be honest. But at the moment, not doing it just yet. Amazing fragrance. If you've got the money, pick it up. If you don't, please don't feel that you have to buy this because, oh, I've recommended it. Yes, I'll recommend it, but do not buy it unless you have the money. Fantastic fragrance. That's Creed, Spice and Woods, my number 8. Number 7 is a new release. And I've tried it. And actually, for this time of year, it's really good. It's Mont Blanc Legend Red. And I'll be honest, it's a real crowd pleaser. I was a bit surprised at how well this went. So this got me a few compliments. It's definitely going to have that Mont Blanc Legend vibe, but it's a very fresh version. That orange, blood orange at the top, works a treat. And especially if it's slightly higher heat weather, again, will work fantastically well. Performs well enough. But the only thing I will say is, if it goes to discounters, get it from there rather than full retail. This thing will probably go within the next few months. Get it at discounters, don't pay full retail for it. Absolutely cracking fragrance. Mont Blanc Legend Red, my number 7. My number 6 is a joint entry. Now, I don't normally do this, but I couldn't split between the two of them, and I'll tell you why for 2 different reasons. They're from the same house, but I couldn't differentiate between the two. So I've got 1 Million Parfum and Invictus V. Now, the reason I've liked both of these, this is your sweet, slightly floral, number, definitely gets the job done. It's a fantastic fragrance. But if it's a little bit darker day, V by Paco, I've done a full review of this one. It's just stunning. It'll get you compliments. It works. It's fantastic. Honestly, this is probably one of the best from the Invictus line, and that is a dark version. It's just slightly animalic and it's beautiful. So if you want a warmer day, go for that one. If you want a cooler day, hit that one. That's my number 6. Right, top 5 time. And this number 5, I am slightly in love with. Got it a little while back, and I'll tell you what, this is a banger of a fragrance. It's from Salvatore Ferragamo. It's the Intense Leather, and oh my God. When I smell this, it just smells really classy, but it's not like a dirty leather. It's a very clean, masculine fragrance. I would like to try a spicy leather, and I want to try the original of this, but this one, for me, was a shocker, because I didn't expect it to be as good as it is. Performs really well, great scent. Salvatore Ferragamo is massively underrated. There is a few YouTubers that like it, and I'm one of them. This one will definitely get your job done if you're going for a nice cheeky date, and especially if it's cooler like it is at the moment. Number 4 is another new release, and I've got to be honest with you, when I've done this, there's a full review of this as well, and I'm very impressed with this one. It's Lacoste Blanc Eau Fraiche. This one absolutely shocked me. It's a 10 out of 10 fragrance for me. The only thing, again, I will say with you, don't buy it full retail. If you can wait till it goes to discounters, I promise you, this is an absolute gem of a fragrance. It's got ambroxan in it. It's got all sorts of woods in it, and a brilliant brisk, sprightly top of ginger and some lemon and some grapefruit. stunning juice. I'll be honest with you. This will definitely get some attention when you put this on. And honestly, for a new release from Lacoste, very impressed. That's my number 3. Right, last couple. Oh no, this is number 3. My apologies. I can't even count. It's that late at night. I don't care. Number 3 is hugely unappreciated. And I'm going to show it a lot of love right now. From the house of Dolce & Gabbana, it's parfum intenso. Now this is a gorgeous tobacco and lavender based fragrance. Now that sounds probably like the most weirdest stuff you'll ever smell. I promise you, it smells classy, it smells masculine, it smells amazing. Especially on a cooler day, it will just cut through that cool air. If it's a little bit drizzly, a little bit miserable, this thing will do you so well. Honestly, you can still pick it up. I think this 100 bottle would be at 30-35 quid. I promise you. Anyone who says this is garbage or anything like, oh, it's a bit deep, it's not. I promise. It's just so good. It should be arrested, to be honest. My number 3, Dolce & Gabbana Intenso. Number 2 and number 1. Now, number 2 is another niche fragrance. Now, again, I'm not going to tell you to go and buy this unless you have the money. And just don't do it. You're better options than to spend money on this. But I love this a lot. It's parfums greenley, and oh my good God. One of the best fresh fragrances I've smelled in a long time. It performs well. It's a decent amount of performance. I get about 10 hours out of this. For a fresh fragrance, that's ridiculous. Because you normally get about 4 to 5 hours. This one, 10. But then again, it's niche. And again, the quality here is fantastic. Parfums do phenomenal, long-lasting fragrances. And this is no exception. Like I say, I love this a lot. Especially in springtime. Definitely on a date. Works a treat. Which leads me to my number 1. And it's a little bit of an unusual one. And the reason I've done it, it's very aquatic. It's a little bit sexy. It's a little bit fresh and a little bit sweet. It's L'Oreal in the navy. Now, it smells, got the vibes of L'Oreal, but again, it's very oceanic. Smells really good. Lasts a long time. But for price-wise, this is about 40 quid. Maybe even less at some places. If you can find this, I guarantee you, this will knock socks off most people. If you're going for an easy date night, massively underrated. You can get, I think mine's 125ml. Yeah, 125ml bottle for 45 quid. It's a steal. This will last you years, I promise you. Spring, if it's cool outside, if it's warm outside, this thing will perform like a beast. So there you go. So there you have it, 10 fragrances. If you're going out on a date, you're going to smell amazing. And trust me, you're going to have some nice attention. But quite frankly, I'm going to give you more because you guys are just, I love all the new subscribers. Thank you so much for all of them. There's another one, but this is getting a little bit harder to find. It's a classy number. It's from the house of Prada. It's Rossa Black. This thing, it's a little bit animalic. It's got that Prada feel of freshness and clean and unbelievable, but it's like a dark edge. I would have said look for extreme, but that's ridiculously priced. This one is still about, and it's not going to cost you more than 60, 70 quid. This one is sexy as hell, but like I say, it's getting like it's a bit harder to find. If you can find a bottle, pick it up. You'll never regret it because it's just fantastic. So that's Prada Rossa Black. So there you go. Let me know what, sorry, sore throat. Let me know in the comments what you thought. If there's any other ones that you think I should be checking out for a date time, day fragrance, because I always like to hear from you. If you've got a top 10 list, a fragrance review, or a question, please hit me up. I love hearing from you. As always, I'm on Instagram with my fragrances. And as always, you absolute legends, smell amazing. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.